Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we've got a 10 times event coming up this weekend. Damn, they're dropping some crazy champions in this 10 times. I'm going to go through those in a second. By the way, what do you think about this? The Madame Cerise skin is available. There's loads going on right now. There's tons going on in the game. Is there a skin that you would actually pay for or not? I don't seem to have the actual buy it popping up for me yet, but I know it's been out there. I've seen people do it. And yeah, I mean, Madame, Blood Veil Madame, looking very, very busty, I've got to say. Looking pretty cool. But is it worth your money? Is it worth your money? I actually love the idea of skins and being a paid thing. It's kind of like a cosmetic. It's a cosmetic within the game, which you don't have to have, and it does give you some kind of point of difference with champions and stuff. And I actually think these skins are like awesome. I think they're awesome. I think they're really cool. So I'm weighing up my odds as well, but 25 bucks is what I've seen. It might be a little bit out, but 25-ish quid is what I've seen so far. Ooh, it's just a step more than I would like to pay. I thought the 15 odd was pretty decent for the Cold Heart. I think around that level is enticing. Up it to 25. I mean, you can buy a whole game for 25, right? Like an old school game. Oh, what's the world become? Anyway, let's get into this 10 times event. So yeah, we've got basically a ton of good poisoners within this 10 times. Let's go through them one by one. First one up, very underrated epic. We've got Aox, the Remembra. Honestly, this guy can hard carry. This guy can hard carry accounts as a support unit. He's good in Clan Boss. He's good as just a general support throughout dungeons. Really good in Ice Golem. Good in Dragon. So we've got a double hitter here with a chance to poison. The chance to poison is kind of low on the A1, so it's not like you're going to get tons of poisons out here. He's got a nice heal on his A2. Books down to a 3-turn, which is quite nice as well. Gets better heals for each debuff on the enemy. Particularly good in Clan Boss. And then he's got a 3-turn if booked again. Decrease attack ability here. It's not 100%, but it is on all enemies. So Hydra, Ice Golem in particular, this is good, but could be good elsewhere as well. Also got decreased crit rate. Decreased crit rate basically means that there will be no crit rate left on almost all PvE content. And then there's some turn meter stuff going on as well. And then he's got this passive where he increases the duration of 2 random debuffs by 1 when he's hit per hit. So on Clan Boss, when it's like Void Affinity, you can actually get a whole bunch of these going off. Got accuracy in Doom Tower as well. Good base stats. Really, really good epic. As I say, underrated. Next one is a Skinwalker. It's Scabbs. Scabbs, I'd say, is pretty... Actually, kind of gross. Look at his shoulder. It's kind of gross. Anyway, Scabbs, very low base HP, but otherwise good base stats. He's really a Clan Boss champion. That's what it is for me. Good chance of landing a poison on his A1. AoE leech, so you get your leech for Clan Boss here as well on a 3-turn. And then he's got a weaken on his A3. And then he's got this increased damage when there's poisons out there. Hits pretty hard. Mainly a Clan Boss champion for me. Decent, but not crazy. Next one up, another lizard actually. And this is going to be one of my favorite epics. I've got the epic on the free-to-play. I literally use this epic everywhere. It's quite tanky. Got good mechanics. We'll go through that in a second. Great in Clan Boss. Great in Ice Golem. Great in Dragon. Great in a load of Doom Tower bosses. Good for Scarab Boss. Like, yeah, I use her everywhere. So she's got this decrease. Targets max HP. That kind of takes down the Scarab Boss's shield as long as there's poisons out there. So that only happens when heal reduction is out there. And then also got a chance to activate poisons early with the A1, so you can get early damage away. A2, as long as there is poisons out there, can place decreased defense and decreased attack on a single target. Good against bosses, good against Clan Boss, and pretty decent against Ice Golem, but you do need to target the Ice Golem to actually get it on the main boss. It's not an AoE. And then AoE, heal reduction, and poisons. This is a cool ability. Okay, so the heal reduction is only relevant for a couple of bosses. There's not that many places where that would actually work against a boss if they do heal. It does work, though, against Magma Dragon. So You know, if you wanna do damage with burns, like with a ninja or someone like that, then or Walking Tomb Drang, you can bring in Venom. She puts out heal reduction, and the boss won't heal for the burns, which is pretty cool. Does work as well against the Nether Spider. So if you want to get that heal reduction going there, so that the little spiderlings don't heal the main spider. But generally, the main point of heal reduction is that you just take less damage. Your whole team take less damage when it's out there. So even on Hydra, it's a great skill because all of the heads are just doing 15% less. So yeah, Venom, good champion. We've then got Eurodrim, who is, what is Eurodrim? Aldrin. So this is the Void epic. Still a bonkers epic. Was nerfed. Before nerfed, it was basically like better than most legendaries in the game. After nerf, still good. Speed, defense, and HP all really solid. Good poisons on the A1. A good cleanse ability on the A2. Can book to 3 turns. So this can be like a clan boss style, you know, stun removal, stun cleanse, which is pretty good on a 3-turn. And then it's got this poisons and heals on the A3. Now, it's on a 4-turn cooldown. He used to be one of the best champions to solo content. Still good to solo content, but much more difficult builds to make that happen now, but can still do it. Does have speed in all battles as well. So Eurodrim's still an absolutely brilliant support unit for pretty much anywhere in the game. So let's go on to the legendaries then. And this is someone that I am pretty excited by. You've probably seen, I was going to do a video myself. There's so many people that have done videos on this dude. Do you want me to still do one? That's the question. Like, do you still want to see it? Because I've still got access to the test server for a day or two. Teodor the Savant, I said when he first came out, he looks nuts. And he is. He's absolutely crazy. So AoE drop speed, really good Hydra ability. Good for general waves. Nice A1, honestly. 50% chance to put decreased speed on an A1 against a whole mob. All of his damage is based on defense. It's like that. Damn, that's an A1 right there. We've got an A2 then. Books to 3-turn. 100% chance of placing a couple of poisons and poison sensitivity on everybody. Also places increased speed on his team. So you're speeding up your team, slowing down the enemy team, and you're putting poisons and more damage from poisons everywhere. That's his first 2 skills. The next skill then increases the duration of all poisons. Play him alongside someone like a Cavallax or a Taurus. You've got nutty stuff going on. And HP burns. So for Spider, probably become one of the best like secondary champions in the game alongside a burner. Pretty nutty. Then instantly activates poison and burns on all enemy. It's basically like Sakia's blowing up burns. Yeah, it's nutty. And place like it's like and this and places a weaken if there's not these debuffs out there. 3-turn cooldown when booked. This dude is probably the best champion now in the game to speed up dungeon runs. Yeah, there's just so much going on between those 3 abilities. It's crazy. Also got a passive. This champion's resistance is increased based on poisons, whatever, and increased accuracy in all battles. This legendary, I'd say, is up there as one of the most influential legendaries you could ever pull to progress quickly in dungeons. And good for Hydra and good for Doom Tower, especially. Also Clan Boss, like, what am I saying? It's only really Arena where I wouldn't be that fussed about him. Honestly, everywhere else, I feel like this dude is about as good as it gets to speed things up or progress. So, yeah, Teodor the Savant, I'm probably going to be pulling shards on my main to try and get this guy. So, second champion then, like, perfect pairing, really. Cavallax. I mean, the only thing that's better than one Cavallax is 2. Like, this guy is in a lot of the speedrun teams for Ice Golem, Dragons. You know, he's an absolute beast and a ton of fun as well. Like, one of the most fun champions in the game. Also looks so damn cool. But yeah, we've got an A1, which will increase the duration of poisons and also give him a heal. We've got an A2, gets an extra hit for each poison. He is cracking with this A2. He does a lot of damage. And he's got an enemy max HP A3, damage increases according to the number of poisons. So you still want your drop defense and weaken out there. You still want his attack up. And he comes in and slams. I'll tell you what, an AoE slam, it hits really hard. It's a really cool ability. And then he's got this passive, which is one of the best passives in the game. So just at the start of a round, he'll throw 4 poisons out on everyone. You're like, that's 20% of their health gone. And obviously it empowers the rest of his stuff that he's got in his kit. And then every turn he's got a chance to get more poison out there as well. Speed in all battles. This guy is the real deal. The only thing that's negative about this guy is his base HP is very low. But yeah, really cool champ. Another big poisoner, Badal. I mean, Badal used to be the go-to best champion in the game at one point. He's not changed. It's just that we've had loads of new champions over time come in. He's still one of the best champions to solo content. So when we see solo stuff for things like Dragon, Ice Golem, he's generally in the mix. He has got an AoE hit on his A1, which heals everybody for 20% of the damage. He's got a cleanse and poisons and heals on his A2. On a 3 turn, just cycles back through it really quickly. Super cool. And he's got a really cool passive as well. So if there's poisons out there, you straight up do 20% more damage. It's a really cool passive. It's so simple. This is what the passive should have been like on the new fusion champion, Lathandri or whatever his name is. You do 20% more damage if you've got shields. That's what it should have been, in my opinion. Crit rate in all battles, not bad. Base stats, good. Badal is still an absolute beast. Still worth building out, and he'll be in a lot of teams. Very cool for Clan Boss. Very cool for Hydra. Cool in Doom Tower. Cool if you want to do speed running and get a lot of damage away, or solo stuff. So Badal still really relevant in the game. Then the last guy in the mix is Shigor. I tell you what, he's kind of nutty, kind of busted. Doesn't really make his way into a lot of endgame stuff that I've seen. Maybe I've missed some stuff, but he is crazy. He can solo a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't really see him played as much as I thought I would when I first saw him. So he's got a chance to sleep on his A1, 75%. He's got an AoE on his A2, double hitter, 100% if you book it, to place poisons for 4 turns. That's first hit. Second hit places decreased defense. So basically you're setting up the rest of your team whilst also putting poisons out there for a long duration. And then he's got an A3, which is a single target, hits one person, then hits again somebody else randomly. If the target's under poison, ignore shield, block damage, unkillable. Honestly, with the craziness going on with shield and unkillable sort of stuff, he might well be coming into the meta more and more, because this new bolster set shield is kind of nuts and broken. So all of a sudden, he might find his way into arena teams and all sorts of stuff. Maybe, I'm not sure. But anyway, grants an extra turn if he kills someone, and resets the cooldown of Venom Storm, which is the A2, if he gets 2 kills. I mean, that's a crazy, all of his kit sounds totally crazy, and it is. He just doesn't seem to be getting into the meta. He's then got this passive, which is so crazy as well. Instantly attacks enemies with the A1 whenever they're about to take poison damage. So what happens is they take the poison damage, and he flips in with the A1, and before they get to actually take their turn, he's got a 75% chance of putting them to sleep. So like that, I'm coming at you, take a bit of damage, and then I'll take a nap, wake back up, my turn's gone. You're like, hold on a minute, did everyone just skip their turn and take poison damage? And that's exactly what does happen. It's pretty crazy. When hitting enemies under poison, heals his champion as well. He's just a bit of a bonkers champion, but not really with an end game purpose that I can see. So there you go. Look, some people are going to be pulling shards anyway this weekend for the fusion. If you are, honestly, you've got some really great champions in the mix. If you're not doing the fusion, as I always say on times 10, unless maybe you want the epics, some of those epics are really good. If you're pulling shards for epics, good luck to you. But I would say it's still better off to hold shards for bigger events. Unless you particularly want something. Like, I will probably pull shards because I do want Teodor on my main account. But you have to remember that I'm kind of like cherry picking single champions at this point on the main. I'm not just kind of like generally looking to improve my account. So there you go, guys. I've been Hell Hades. I'll catch you later.